All new, what is soft, cuddly, and helps relieve stress? We'll tell you.
And film and TV icon gives an inspiring speech here at Metro.
We begin with the devastating 8.9 Richter earthquake that rocked the coast of Japan. Thanks everybody for tuning in to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Anthony Kustura.
And I'm Antoinette Martin. This quake is believed to be one of the most powerful quakes in more than a century. The trembler centered a relatively shallow 15 miles below the surface and caused a 23-foot tsunami that swept through coastal areas. 4 other northern prefectures were also hit with waves up to 13 feet. As you can see, the water literally consuming everything in the video, people trying to get to the top of buildings and higher ground. The earthquake also caused quite a scare outside Japan. Several countries were on high alert. The Honolulu-based specific tsunami warnings center issued tsunami warnings for countries that included Indonesia, Australia, Russia, and Mexico. The western part of the states also were on high alert in Washington, California, Oregon, and Hawaii. It is now reported that all areas in the United States are safe and in the clear, and Japan really has taken the most brunt from this earthquake and the following tsunami. So sad.
It really is so sad. If you would like to help, please text Red Cross, all one word, to 90999 to donate $10 to aid the victims. Again, that number is 90999. I really hope that they get a lot of help from that. It's the hot topic on campus, and it's starting to make some real progress. The Metro State Board of Trustees met this week to discuss the potential name change of Metropolitan State College of Denver to either Metropolitan State University of Denver or Denver State University. I was at the meeting and have the full rundown. Take a look. It's been talked about for almost a year. This journey leads us to the steps of the St. Cajetan's Church, where Metro's Board of Trustees discussed the possibility of a name change. Focus groups and online surveys showed that 41.6% of administrators and 40.5% of current students prefer Denver State University. Due to the growth of the college with expanded degrees and master degree programs, the State College wants to expand into a university to more accurately portray the institution. Student trustee Catherine Kamick explains why the SGA is on board for Denver State University as the frontrunner for the name.
We do believe that our current name is associated with a number of misconceptions about our mission and our accomplishments. I agree with that, and just last week the Metropolitan State Student Government Senate passed a resolution in favor of Denver State University. In all our surveys, all the students are saying DSU, DSU, we want Denver State University. So the current students absolutely support Denver State University, as do I.
Trustee Bookhart remains passionate about keeping Metro in the name.
I think that the word metropolitan sort of denotes a lot of what this institution is about.
President Jordan says that state funding will not contribute to the name change budget.
For the hard costs of the branding process, we would go to private donors and to indirect cost recoveries. So we would not use state funds for that.
He also says what the timeline of the name change looks like.
Like Metropolitan State University of Denver, which is very consistent with our current name and current brand, that they believe that we could implement that name change as early as the fall of 2011. They believe that if we were to select a name like Denver State University, that we should spend some time in preparing for that transition, that we should appropriately package it with the openings of the new buildings next fall. So the new Student Success Building and the Hotel and Hospitality Learning Center.
The trustees board passed the approval for the name change this week, 5-2. Now it goes to the legislator, and we'll find out if the name was approved by late spring or early summer.
Denver State University.
For the Met Report, Anthony Kustura. Now, if the name is indeed improved in the legislature, former Metro students or soon-to-be graduates can have their diploma changed with the current school's name.
Last month, Metro visited the Capitol to support the legislation that would provide in-state tuition to undocumented students in Colorado. The bill, also known as Senate Bill 126, this isn't the first time a bill such as this has been proposed. Metro State was the first Colorado higher education institution to support an earlier version of the bill. Metro has supported similar bills in 2003, 2009, and now in 2011. Faculty voted 64-10 in favor of the resolution.
Last week, Governor Hickenlooper reversed regulation that affected the sale of low-strength beer. The regulation only allowed for convenience and grocery stores to be the only places that could sell 3-2 beer. Now with the reversal, it allows restaurants, microbreweries, and liquor stores to sell 3-2 beer as well, causing convenience stores to cry foul, saying that Governor Hickenlooper, a former microbrewer owner, is taking sides with the microbrewers. Now, lawmakers are holding a joint hearing of their committees to determine why the change was made.
Over 16 million people in the United States use marijuana regularly, and most start smoking in their teens. It is the third most widely used addictive substance after tobacco and alcohol. A new Dutch study has shown that there is a connection between smoking marijuana and an onset of psychosis. The researchers found that those who smoke marijuana show psychotic symptoms at least 2.5 years before people that have never smoked it at all. The study followed 2,000 German individuals ages 14 to 24 for 10 years, one half smoking marijuana, the other half not smoking at all, and found that the smokers had actually doubled their risk of developing psychotic symptoms.
Young people are still not voting, according to Paul Lopez, Denver councilman, who is the featured lawmaker at this month's Lunch with Lawmakers. With Lunch with Lawmakers, it happens every month to talk about hot topics such as this.
Only 17% of the population usually votes, right? Only 17% of the population. That's not accounting for 2008.
Thinking of ways to reduce stress in life? Getting a new best friend could be the key to stress relief. And healthy benefits, research indicates that pets can actually help relieve stress.
I have seen the healing power of dogs in hospitals, but I wouldn't mind seeing them on campus.
They say a dog is a man's best friend. Research shows that dogs can provide excellent social support, perhaps more than people. Forget about internet matching. A dog is a natural conversation starter. Having a canine can help stave off loneliness and provide unconditional love. They can improve your mood, encourage you to get out and exercise, even help control blood pressure better than drugs. The Met Report experimented with this finding and brought our dogs to our office. It was an immediate success. Recent research shows that when conducting a task that is stressful, having a pet around reduces the stress even more than a good friend or spouse would.
And I think they do relieve stress because you can come home, you can play with them, and I think it's great to have them in a student atmosphere.
Rosario Chavarria, The Met Report.
Those dogs are just so cute. You could see on the tape that we were really having a good time with all the dogs in the office. It's a lot of fun.
Foxy Brown herself came to Metro this week. After the break, we'll have an exclusive interview just for you.
And live update from Pueblo on the RMAC shootout. Back in a moment. Thanks for watching the Met Report. We'll see you on campus. And we're clear. Good job. From news on campus to news around the world, the Met Report provides stories that you want to see. But who does that, and how is it done?
The Met Report is made up of students, and any student can participate. Each semester, the Met Report looks for students who are eager and willing to learn. This is how it works. Each week, we hold a meeting where we develop story ideas that are going to air for that week. Stories are then divided up amongst the teams, and we're ready to go. Hey guys,
Once the stories are divided up, students head out in teams and gather the information for the story. Once the information is gathered, the story is then edited together for air.
Every Friday, the Met Report team comes together to broadcast the week's stories.
At the Met Report, you get real-world training, from field reporting to in-studio taping. How much time do we have?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, people.
So if you've ever been interested in news reporting or broadcasting, come check out the Met Report and see what it's all about.
Welcome back. With gas prices going up, it has unfortunately forced airlines to raise their prices. A barrel of oil is now over $100, making a gallon of jet fuel just over $3. Usually when you see one airline prices go up, other airlines will soon follow. Now what consumers are seeing is that every airline is raising their prices to stay consistent with the market. The most recent of the airlines to raise their prices is Southwest, who is up just by $10. Frequent flyers don't seem to be to be concerned about this price hike, but are concerned about how much worse it can get in the future.
On Tuesday, April 5th, the Tivoli Town Hall will host the Spring Job Fair, starting at 10:30 a.m. Employers will be hiring a variety of industries. Dress professionally and bring a copy of your resume.
Sight Unseen International Photography by Blind Artists opened this month at the Center for Visual Art on Santa Fe. If you missed this famous exhibit's opening, be sure to catch the special event before it travels onward. This month, the center will screen an HBO documentary featuring several of the artists and will provide live music, which is just fantastic. Check out metrostatecva.org for details.
Emmy-nominated actress and Metro State alumni Pam Grier graced the Tivoli Town Hall as Metro State's Bridge Speaker. A 20-year tradition, the Bridge Speaker is always a black woman to act as a transition from Black History Month into Women's History Month. I sat down with her personally, and we talked about everything from being a breast cancer survivor to setting the scene for black actresses. Take a look. Success. It's one of the things that we all strive for here at Metro State. Pam shared her insight about becoming a successful woman of color in cinema.
Today I stand before the future, and I am reminded how far we've come as ladies of liberty.
In the 70s, Pam Grier became the African it girl after starring in the classic Foxy Brown. It wasn't until Pam became an actress that she understood the true power of female sexuality.
I was a wet t-shirt queen, and all the while trying to maintain my dignity and keep my eyes on the prize of opening doors for other black actresses, who up to this point were maids, mammies, and minstrels.
Her roles as sex symbols revolutionized women's roles in cinema and also black films. There was a surgence in black exploitation films giving black actors a chance to be superheroes, a thought that was unheard of prior to this.
My name's Carpenter. This is the end of your rotten life, you dope pusher.
Her tough role came to real life when she was given 18 months to live and was diagnosed with cancer. She outlived the term and says that the most important lesson that she has learned,
that I wake up and I'm breathing. When I wake up and I'm breathing, I'm going to have a good day. The bar has been raised, so that's all I ask for, is to wake up. So many of my friends, young and old, that don't wake up. And then when you wake up and you have such gratitude for such a journey, it moves you forward.
She seems like such a remarkable woman. What did you learn from her while she was here?
You know, there was a lot of things to learn from Pam, and one of the most important things that I took away from it was just to live in the moment, really.
That's really good advice. I hope you live by that. Thanks everybody for watching this edition of the Met Report. For our whole team here and my lovely co-anchor Antoinette Martin, I'm Anthony Kustura. We'll see you on campus. Bye everybody.